Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on the next wonderful installment of How to Do Astrology, how to read your chart, how to understand what's going on in the skies. Something that I've loosely been very interested in for many, many years, but I just found astrology so complex. I never went there because I just looked at these books and looked up what does this mean and that mean. But oh my gosh, Sue has just opened my eyes. She's given me so many ahas. Oh, that's how it works. It's been absolutely extraordinary, and I hope you enjoy it too. And don't worry if you're just diving in now, or you're a beginner, or you're a refresher. Sue takes it from where you are now. Do make sure after this call, if you haven't already, make sure that you come into the WhatsApp group because between the monthly calls, Sue's amazing. You're just so incredibly giving, Sue, about teaching you how to understand what's going on in the skies and how to read your chart. She's absolutely impressive. 44 years experience. Okay, so yeah, do make sure you've joined the WhatsApp group afterwards. I'm going to send you the recording straight away afterwards, as soon as I get it, to your email. And then fire away with your questions. Educate yourself. Let Sue guide you. So without further ado. Sue, over to you, sweetheart.
Hi guys, how's everybody? I would like participation feedback during this. It is a open forum. Um, what I discovered recently about Uranus moving into Gemini is that every single war the Americans have been in, starting with the Revolution, then on to the Civil War, then on to the Second World War, America has been involved in. Their revolution happened in the 1700s, Uranus in Gemini. Their civil war happened in the 1800s, Uranus in Gemini. In 42, they came into the war, Uranus in Gemini. And now Uranus is in Gemini again, along with Donald Trump's son in Gemini. Is this the beginning of the end of America? Good question. I can't answer that question, but it is an interesting question to pose. Every time Uranus comes into Gemini, it shakes up the United States somehow in a big way, in a totally transformation of their identity, their country and singular identity. So the way to understand what on a global is happening, going to happen, is by looking into the past. Now, the most recent one, not in my lifetime, but in some people's lifetime, 84, 85 years ago, Uranus was in Gemini. At the beginning of that Uranus in Gemini, we had Alan Turing, we had Bletchley Park, we had the Enigma, we had the new communications with radar and all of that amazing computer, because Turing is considered the godfather of computing. He was also a gay man, so therefore he did not conform to the norm, which is definitely Uranus. Uranus is not traditional, conforming to the norm. So here is this amazing man who was very gentle, who was obviously neurodivergent, came up with these amazing ways of maths and the grandfather of computer and broke the Enigma code, which then led on to many varied things. And also then America joined. And at the end of the Uranus transit in Gemini, in this particular modern age, started with Alan Turing and Bletchley Park and finished with the publication of 1984. In between those two bookends, and I've put it in the group, I've listed it in the group, you also had the formation of the UN, and you had new developments in communication, in radio, in all manner of things. And it's all Geminian, which is why I've added in the WhatsApp group the description of what is Uranus. Its rulership is Aquarius, or Aquarius rules Uranus. Gemini, and what rules Gemini? Mercury. So put all of that together, Uranus and Aquarius, innovation. Aquarians have this weird dichotomy of I like humanity, but I don't like people. They're humanitarians, but they don't want to be around people too much. So Uranus has that out of kilter, non-conforming, non-traditional. And look where we're at the moment on the planet. There are so many different ways. When Uranus went through Taurus, it was very dogmatic, very straight, my way, highway. There was also a lot of cancel culture. Now we've got Uranus in Gemini. What I would recommend everybody to be, the more entrenched you are in your beliefs, the more entrenched you are in your opinions, is going to have a hard time. Because, yes,
Just want to make sure everyone knows on your chart or on any chart, you know what Uranus, the symbol for Uranus is. It's that shield looking thing, isn't it? So is that's right, isn't it?
I put it in the notes,
Oh, well done.
and it's a generational planet. So anyone born in the 60s will have Uranus in Virgo. So it's there for 8 years. And anyone born in the 60s, it'll be somewhere near Pluto.
Everyone's
But at,
okay. You've got your
at the
star,
moment,
your sun chart. Sorry,
well,
Sue.
at the moment, I'm talking about generally on a whole, are the macrocosm. Then we bring it in to personalize it. So when we understand how Uranus works on the global stage, then by looking at your chart, where it is in your personal chart, how that global stage may or may not affect you, and also how you can affect it. It's a two-way street. So with Uranus moving into mercurial sign of Gemini, it's about flexibility. It's about debate. Gemini is this weird dichotomy. It can hold two opposing views and go, yeah, okay, I'll take this one today. I'll take that one tomorrow. Where Taurus is like, no, you don't believe in me? Cancel. Off you go. So with Uranus coming into Gemini, it's going to be a really interesting time. A lot of this cancel culture, it's going to be interesting because it's a it's about releasing and letting go of where you are stubborn. What do you hold on dearly? Because Uranus in Mercury is and Gemini and or the Aquarian, it's all about change. And it can be fast. It can be fast, whereas Taurus is very slow, it's very stubborn. Where consider Gemini, Mercury, ADHD, the attention span of a gnat. But when you're talking about things are going to open up for debate, it's going to be less heavy, and a lot of this demanding of pronouns and demanding of the trans community, those demanding is going to yield, and needs to be a lot more fluid and a lot more open and accepting. And that's where the rigidness of Taurus is going to give way to the more fluid and flexible of Gemini. The downside, AI, false news. What's new? What is false news? What's not? It's going to be perfected. It's also about being your own, fielding things. Does it feel right? Don't jump on bandwagons. Step back, debate, have a look, because things are going to change quite quickly. When you consider 1941 to 49, what changes happened in the world in that 8 years? Cold War, UN resolutions and laws set down for humanity, human rights. You had of the Cold War, obviously, between America and Russia. You had innovations in all forms of communication, radiotherapy also, and medical, sound communication, magazines, you name it, everything exploded in that time. Also, women's roles changed because they were put in the factories when the war was over. Where did they go? They did not want it, they didn't go backwards. there was a lot of changes in societal ways of living because the war made it so. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to have another war, but things are going to be interesting.
Wow.
So, how does that apply to you? It applies to you in knowing where Gemini is in your chart. Not where Uranus is in your chart, where Gemini is in your chart. What house is it in? Is there anything in Gemini? Is there anything in air signs, Libra and Aquarius? Is there anything in the mutables, opposite in Sagittarius? Opposite as in the Virgo Pisces opposition. That's when you know your chart and you see Uranus is in the beginning of Gemini, how does that personally affect me? My sun is 3 degrees of Pisces. Pisces and Gemini are at 90-degree angle. That means that it's a hard aspect. 90 degrees, a square, means that Uranus affecting my sun in a not so harmonious ways.
Can everyone, sorry, Sue, can everyone see that on their chart? Are you getting, do you want to ask Sue?
Where's your
Ask Sue
chart,
a
Melissa? Have
question?
you got it with you?
Hello.
Hiya, do you know what Gemini looks like? It's glyph. It's
Is
like
it
number 2 in Roman numerals.
yeah, I think I found it. So on the astro.com chart, is it like a blue M?
No, it's a number 2. It would be probably yellow, and it's a number 2 looking, it's on the outside of your circle.
Okay. Is it like two yellow squiggly lines?
Aquarius.
What star sign are you?
I'm a
That's
Gemini.
Well, then where's your sun, which is a circle with a dot in it?
Okay. Ah, okay, I've got you.
Okay. So what number is next to your sun?
15.
So you've got a 15-degree Gemini sun, which means that when Uranus moves along to 10 degrees of Gemini, you're going to start feeling changes. So what Uranus opposing your sun is going to do might give you itchy feet, make you feel like you need a change. A change may be forced on you suddenly, or you may suddenly wake up with this idea. Uranus is a harbinger of change no matter what. So the whole longer you hold on, the difficult it's going to be. Life changes. The sun sets every night and the moon sets and the sun comes up again and the seasons change. 6 things in Pisces shows me that everything is always mutable in a state of flux and will always, always change. Have you looked in the mirror lately? You're not a baby. You've changed. You know, it's like we always change. Every day we wake up to a new version of ourselves because every day we always learn something. And when Uranus in Mercurial Gemini, I can't wait. I've been so sick and tired of this heavy crap through bloody Taurus. So things are going to speed up with the Mercurial Gemini. So if you're having a Gemini sun, buckle up. Things are going to change. And also, only your opinion may say it's bad, or your opinion may say it's good. Do you have any lines connected to that sun of yours on your chart?
Not directly connected to it, no.
So it's on its own. There's absolutely no lines going to or from it, blue or red ones.
Ah, there are blue M. Yeah, there's a red one.
Okay, follow that red one down and describe what it's connected to.
It's connected to a number 8,
Okay.
the Neptune symbol.
Okay, so you've got Sun opposite Neptune, Neptune at 8 degrees of Sagittarius and Sun at 15 degrees of Gemini. So you're going to have a Uranus opposite Neptune before it hits your Sun, or around about the same time. So you could have a spiritual awakening.
Okay. Exciting.
Just, I would be very cautionary tale of avoiding any form of drugs, alcohol, escapism, with Neptune involved. That would be my only caution. Unless you're going to do a shamanistic journey with ayahuasca or mushrooms or something, just err on the side of caution, because it can take you into fantasy realm and lift you off your feet. We need to be grounded, because Neptune is, I want to be happy, and yeah, it can take you down a path you don't want to be. But it's going to be exciting. So your Sun is at the top and Neptune's at the bottom. What's over here? What's over on the left-hand side of your chart? The line that cuts it in half.
Okay.
It's your ascendant.
So the line that cuts it across the middle.
Yep.
Line, yeah.
Yep.
There's a 4.
Yep.
Pluto.
Pluto rising. Okay.
Yeah.
So what sign would it be? That could, so if you got that would be Virgo.
Yeah, I think so. It's like a flat line with like a little bit above it.
Oh no, that's Libra. That's Libra. So you've got a Libra ascendant with a Gemini. So that's both air. So when Uranus comes in, it's going to trine your ascendant. So you're in for big change about your identity, how other people see you. Are you an actress by any chance?
No.
Okay. You could be a chameleon with that going on. You could end up being completely transformed. Have you
Wow.
thought about acting?
No, I'm writing
Okay.
a book at the moment.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I do feel this change. I felt quite restless, like wanting
Yeah.
things to change. And my partner's a Taurus. I felt quite, he drags his feet a lot.
If
I
you,
think.
okay, if you're going to deal with the Taurus, you've got to flank them. So you've got to drop the pebble in the pond and wait for that idea to come back and go, yeah, that's a great idea. Because if you lock horns with a Taurus, you're just going to end up in a power struggle. And you with Gemini and a Libra ascendant, you'll just give in. Don't lock horns with a Taurus. You've got to drop a pebble in the pond.
Okay, thank you.
And with a Libra and ascendant, my only advice would be speak your mind, be boundaried, and don't be passive aggressive and think that people take your hints, because Librans can be like that to their detriment, because they can be nice. And so, you know, they can have their boundaries impinged and imposed. So, no, talk to the hand. I'm a Leo ascendant. I'm very boundaried. Anyone else got any issues, any questions?
Thank you, Sue.
Oh, you're welcome, Melissa. Yes, Oriana. Hello, my lovely.
Hi there, good evening. So, trying to understand, in Gemini, I have nothing.
That's okay.
Opposite Gemini, I have a sign that I can't identify.
Sagittarius. It's an arrow
Sagittarius.
with a line through the middle of it.
Okay, and in that house, yes, it is Sagittarius. In that house, there's a symbol that looks like a pair of earphones with a T.
Oh, that's your North Node. That's a karmic point. So you're going to have Uranus go over your South Node, which is your
Right.
karmic point. That will be a really seriously good opportunity for karmic healing, because
Cool.
your South Node is where you're coming from and your North Node is where you're going to.
Okay.
So take advantage of doing whatever you need to do. An opportunity will come up to heal your karmic past in a probably quite dynamic way.
Right.
That's called the North Node. It's a mathematical point, and it goes, the only thing that goes in the reverse direction, anti-clockwise rather than clockwise.
Right. Okay.
No, other way around.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. Anyone got any questions? Yes, Graham, how can I help you, my lovely? Good to see you again.
You too, my dear. May I share my screen? Let me share my screen, my chart.
Absolutely.
All right, am I allowed? Let me check. Share should be. No, send request.
Try to sort that out. Um, how do I sort that? So I'm going to allow to. Anyone know how to do that?
I believe you've got to give him permissions, but what
Yeah,
I
you should
can...
get the request.
Should I request it? Let me request it.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Request me.
Send the request.
That's it. You have it.
Feel free to send me your details by private message so I can get your charts. I don't mind that.
Yeah, so
Okay.
something that came up in the beginning of this course that Sue was highlighting is that when you share your chart, those that can see everything about you. So
Oh, yes.
if you want to be safe, just send it by private message to Sue, and then she can help you there. And then you won't have to share it with the group or anything. Just to be aware of that. So on display, Graham. Not that I can see anything.
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm an open book, and you read what you want into it. I don't care.
Interesting for someone who's got Scorpio there on your
I'm
ascendant.
guessing this is
That's Gemini, yeah.
This
And
is
you
my
have
North
North Node
Node.
in Gemini, yeah.
Yeah.
And Uranus it also rules your 8th house. See how the line just after that little, do if you finger, take your pointer up to that North Node, keep going and see that line above it.
This one.
That is your 8th house cusp. That means that your 8th house is ruled by Gemini. So right now, Uranus is going through your 7th house. Does everyone remember what 7th house represents? Nope.
Outside things.
It's your partnerships, as in your partnerships of all descriptions, work, personal, private. It's partnerships. It's Libra's house. If you're married, that's the house that will govern your marriage. So you've had Uranus go through your 7th house, which means everything to do with partnerships have been transformed.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Uranus right is here. Is that right? Or it's actually, what do you mean?
Uranus, that's your natal Uranus over there.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
where it was when you were born. It's now come all the way around.
So
And
Uranus
is here now. Yeah.
is in, okay. And whereabouts in this, in here?
Right. See the line that separates Gemini from Taurus?
This one.
No, not that one. Further up. Yep. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
No, hold on. I'm confused. This is Taurus.
That's Taurus.
This is Gemini.
Gemini.
So the line that's set, you mean this one?
That one, yes.
Okay.
That is the change of signs. So you've had Uranus in your 7th house since it went over 23 degrees of Taurus.
Hold on. Where is Uranus right now? Is it around? Where is it?
It's right on that line because it's
okay.
1 or 2,
Right.
0 to 1 degree of Gemini. So it's right there.
Okay.
That's where it is in the sky right now in your chart.
Right.
So your relationships are being transformed, completely, totally, and utterly transformed since Uranus went 23 degrees of Taurus and went over the line between your 6th and your 7th house. And it will stay in your 7th house until it reaches 26 degrees of Gemini. So that's how you read what is going on with a planet in the sky. How is it affecting you? So it's in your 7th house. That's the biggest thing. It will affect your relationships.
All right. Back to 26. Can you go back to 26 degrees of Gemini? Do I count 26 degrees?
No, take your pointer over to the far side where you've got the list of the planets. That's it. Now see on the bottom underneath the list of planets, C2, you've got AC, that's your ascendant at 23 Scorp.
Yeah.
The next one is your second house cusp, which is 25 Sag. So your 8th house cusp, which is opposite, is the opposite sign, which will be 25 Gemini.
Okay, I don't follow that bit. What
You
was
don't?
Yeah, no. What did I ask? How do I figure out 26 degrees?
Of Gemini. That's where it is. The second house cusp is also the 8th house cusp because it's opposite on the other
Okay.
side of the circle.
So,
Yeah, that's it.
okay, how does that connect to 26 degrees and what does that
Because the line between the first and the second house is 26 degrees of Sagittarius. That's the division between the first and the second.
So this is 26 degrees.
No, yeah, not the top line. The top line is 23 of Scorp. See? Over there, AC, that's it there. That's 23 Scorpio. Now the next line down, that is 26 degrees of Sag. Now the next line down, keep going. That is 7 degrees of Aquarius.
Lost me now. Okay, you're talking about Sagittarius. How do I relate 26 degrees Gemini?
Because the cusp of your first and second is also the same degrees as the cusp of your 7th and 8th, because it's opposite. Yeah. See that line that completely transects the circle?
This one?
No, every single one. Go back to Sagittarius. Now follow that line all the way across. Yeah, that one there. And follow it all the way across the circle. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Cut the circle in half. There you go. 26 degrees of Gemini.
Okay, so 26 degrees is this to this?
No.
Well, it's the same as that.
Oh, yes.
Which
yeah, it is. It is. It's 26 degrees. So whatever the degrees along the bottom circle is the equal and opposite over the other side in the opposite sign.
Okay, so you're saying that Uranus is going to stay in Gemini till here.
In your 7th house, yes. It'll stay in Gemini in your 8th house. Then it'll go through Cancer in your 8th house. Yeah. Then it'll go through, keep going, and then it'll go through, hit Leo in the 9th house. And then at around about 85 years of age, you'll have a Uranus return, which is that funny little thing there at the top. That's Uranus. Then there's Mars, and then there's Pluto.
All right, thank you. That'll be enough for now.
Does it make sense to you? Does anyone else have any questions while we got it? And does someone want to put a chart up?
I know Jackie's struggling to get her chart opened up. Can you guide her through, Jackie? Sue?
Probably the best thing. You're struggling to get your chart. Well, speak to me, Jackie. I can't see you. What's up?
I'm just a complete newbie and I'm completely confused with it. So I'll play about with it. It's okay. I'll try and.
But the best thing to do then is if you send me your details and I can do it. And then what I do is screenshot it and send it over. Are you on the group chat, Jackie?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Send me your details on the group chat.
What details do you want?
No, I need the day, or do you want to say it over the phone, over on the call? Do you mind people knowing?
I don't know.
Okay. Right, okie dokie. And you can see astrology in action here. Right, what day were you born, darling?
Sunday.
No, date.
Date, sorry, 8th of May, 66.
8th of May, so you're a Taurus. 66, so you're 60 next year.
Yeah.
So am I. And what time were you born, darling?
I think it was 4:18 in the morning.
Okay.
Remember it?
And what city were you born in?
I was born in Dumfries.
Dumfries, Scotland.
Yep.
Right. Now, what I can do, Althea, can you give me privileges to
Yep, if
put
you
this
can
in?
ask
Yep.
request or whatever Graham did, and then I can say yes. If you go and screen share, I think, is that what you did, Graham? You went to screen share and you had an option to request or something, did you?
Yeah, as soon as you click share, then it asked me send request.
Right.
Can you do that, so okay?
Yeah, I'm just getting this chat into the group.
Sue, do you put the town or city name or the country?
Absolutely. If you put the city name in, it will come up with the country because it'll list it. If you put in Sydney, it'll come up with all the different places where, or London, and you pick where yours is because that gives the longitude and latitude.
Right.
Jackie, it is now being shared to the group.
Right. I'll
Your
just
chart.
So if you click on the
Yep.
Zoom,
wait a minute.
So,
if that's
Um,
okay.
Give me a minute.
So either of you click share on Zoom, and then I can let it into Zoom.
I have. Right.
Graham, can you talk me through how to do it? Because I don't know how to do it your side.
Ah, there we go.
Ah.
Right now. There we go. There's your chart, Jackie. Oops, I put the wrong year in. No, it's not your chart. All right. How the devil did that happen?
I'm back again. Sorry, I don't know what happened there.
It's okay. He's just getting it sorted.
Okay,
I
thanks.
put in the wrong year anyway. So that
What age
was,
have we got my next year?
yeah, I put you in as a 67 baby, not a 66 baby. Sorry, guys. But right. Sorry, guys, talk amongst yourself while I'm. Is
Is
there
everyone else? Oh, sorry.
is there anybody got any sort of like really interesting questions or anything you'd like to add?
I don't know if it's really interesting, but so what we're doing is we're looking at our own birth charts and looking at where Uranus is, what's happening in the skies on that chart. And so how do we read ourselves into that is to see where Uranus is in our birth chart. Is that correct?
Yep.
Right. Why do we need the chart with where it is literally now?
Well, you don't need the chart where it is now. Right. This is your chart, your proper chart, Jackie. Uranus in your chart is down here. It's been in your second house, which is to do with money. So you may find that your money is a little bit erratic or has been erratic. Go back. There we go. So you've got Uranus going through here. So for extra, Graham, this is your ascendant right across here, which is the seventh house there. That line there denotes the beginning of the 8th. That's the beginning of the 9th. That's your MC, the top of your chart. Then that's the border between the 10 and 11. This is your 11th. And that's the border between your 11 and 12, your 12th house, background to your ascendant. So if the number here, that's 22 Taurus, it's got to be 22 Taurus and it's an opposing. So that's how that works. So when I'm looking at your chart, Jackie, when you're looking at Uranus, you look at where it is. So it's here. What might be opposite? Nothing at the moment, but it will oppose your moon. And what it is possibly squaring, which is 90 degree over here. So it's going to square, but it's going to square mine as well, because I have mine there. And it's going to square your Chiron, your Saturn as well. So when you're looking at how it may affect, so it's in your money house, the second. So it's like, okay, Uranus in my second house, unstable financial income. So 2 is what I have. It's Taurus's house. Yes, Althea.
I don't understand. You're saying Uranus is in where
Uranus transiting in the sky
right.
is in her chart here. Sorry, Jackie, I've referred to you as her.
Okay.
It's in Jackie's chart here. Now, everybody has a Neptune, a Gemini, and it's about finding where it is. So Taurus rules her Jackie's second house, and Gemini rules her third house. So at the moment, Uranus is on this line here between Taurus and Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
Jackie's been going through some probably uncertain financial situations, feast, famine, instability in the finances, or to material possessions, which is Taurus's ownership. That's what Taurus takes care of. It's also gone over your North Node, which was a very karmic point. So something that's felt fatalistic could have happened. But it's also gone over your Sun and your Mars. So you've had quite a turbulent, unstable time of it with Uranus going over your personal planets here.
Is that why I can't make a final decision about something?
Oh God, yeah, absolutely. Because Uranus is constantly changing. You make your mind up, something happens.
You've just read my life to me.
Yeah.
It's good, isn't she?
It's because I'm thinking about retiring at 60 and I'm like, oh, should I go? Should I not go? Can I afford it? Could I not afford it?
I would say you're the same age as me, so you're 60 next year. So what I would say, if you can hang on until Uranus makes its transit through your second and out the other side, your finances will stabilize a hell of a lot more with Uranus down here in your third and out of your second. Does that make sense? Unfortunately, that's about another 4 to 5 years away.
Oh, to hang. I'm not staying in there for 45 years.
It doesn't mean you have to stay where you are.
I know.
But at the moment, with Uranus and money, and also with your Taurus energy, you like things to be guaranteed, certain and stable. Newsflash, Uranus will take all of that away.
All right.
So Taurus is stubborn, likes things, you're the ox plodding along on the so like the mountain road, and doesn't want to deviate from the path at least. And Uranus comes along and goes, no. It shakes things up a bit. So you've been a bit stressed, I think would be an understatement.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, so that's how you read what's happening in the sky into your chart. So with Graham, his was over here. His Gemini was over here in his 7th house. So therefore, Uranus is affecting Graham's 7th house, his house of partnerships. So his partnerships, business, personal, anything, not family, because that's down here. But all your partnerships would have been in a state of flux, people leaving, people arriving, things changing. So depending on where it is in your chart, depends on how it's going to manifest in your life. Your house system shows you whereabouts in your life it's going to manifest. And if it hits something personal, it's what's going to be hit. Does that make sense to everyone, or am I losing people by the droves? It's complex.
It's confusing for me because it's new to me, but it's very interesting.
That's okay, Jackie. What I would say to you, your Mercury is in Aries, which is better than Taurus. Sit with things. you won't be able to understand everything. And if you take one little gem away tonight, that it's okay, I can breathe, things are going to be in a state of flux for a little while longer, but it's okay, I've got this. Take that with you, because Uranus will bring change, and it doesn't always mean it's bad.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, we need a change of government in America. That would be a good thing, surely.
There's certainly one in the UK, that's for sure.
Well, there is that, but that's
I don't think about that. I don't let that get in my way.
I don't tell him.
What were you saying about firmness of opinions?
Well, this is true. He provides an awful lot of entertainment. That's the flip side. Yeah, but we can't all get along and like the same things, thank God. Otherwise, there'd be no pistachio ice cream left in the world.
That's a good
I
question,
like.
Sue.
Yeah, of course you can. That's what
What's
this
the
is for.
What's the 9th house? Because that's
Ah.
where it is for me.
Okay, the 9th house is Sagittarius's house, and Sagittarius is all about not formalized religion. It's about your spiritual journey. It's about higher learning. It's about long distance travel. Sagittarius needs to be free to explore all aspects of life. Sagittarians are your explorers. So with Uranus going through a 9th house, Gemini, that could be, well, that's also publishing, because the 9th house is publishing and you're writing a book. So there you go.
Exciting. Thank you.
That's okay. It's in the astrology. It's just, I forgot all about publishing for 9th house, but I've got a friend who's a writer and ghostwriter and children's book editor. And she's got Pluto and Venus in her 9th house in Leo. Publishing is in her chart. Yeah. You can sometimes see someone's job, vocation, or passion in chart. And sexual orientation sometimes.
Sue, can you
Yes.
say, so if, tell me in idiot speak, because I'm trying to get my head around it. So this Uranus is in, sorry, Neptune or Uranus? Which one are we talking about?
Uranus.
Uranus is in Gemini.
Yes.
How does that correspond to a house?
Where is Gemini in your chart? You have a load of stuff in Cancer, if my memory serves me right. So it's the house
Before that.
is your Gemini house.
Yeah, so it is between midnight and 1 o'clock on the face of this chart.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that midnight and 1 o'clock. It's not timing.
Yeah, but I'm just saying visually. That's how it.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to find your chart.
Yeah, I can't. I have no idea how to share it with you.
Oops.
No, that's not the one. Oh.
I know. I've just.
Oh.
It'll be in the WhatsApp group, so I'm sure.
I know. I'm trying.
I can send it across to you again.
I've done something to my screen. Right. Stop sharing. Ah, I've got the screen back. Right. Share. I've got it on my.
On your chat. On my message to you.
Indeed. Got to open it up again. Well, messages are going to be seen. Right, where are you? No, it's not on the voice chat. Send it over for me again.
Let me send it to you.
Because I know your chart you have an awful lot in the top left-hand corner which makes things a little bit on the difficult side.
Okay, I've sent it over.
Oh, I can't believe this. I've done it again.
Come on.
That was a screenshot.
Yeah,
Is that right?
something's happened. Oh. It's not coming. Ah. Oh, there we go. Right. There we go. That's the 9th house, and that's the 10th house. Your MC. So Uranus is coming actually through your 8th house, Ariana. So Uranus in your 8th house, it's been in your 8th house since Taurus. So it's been going through there. 8th house would be your shadow work. It's about putting your hard hat on and going down into the depths of your unconscious and doing shadow work. You're bringing things up. 8th house is your house of, you could have inherited money or inherited whilst things are going through your 8th house, because it's other people's resources. 8th house, it's Scorpio's house. So
Interesting.
yeah, it's
No money inherited, sadly. Big pile of poo, but
well, you can inherit piles of poo as well as piles of money.
that one, yeah.
It's inheritance is inheritance. It doesn't say you're going to inherit millions of pounds here. But then when it gets to what looks like about 8 degrees of Gemini, it goes into your 9th house. But
Right.
the issue that you're going to have is when it goes through here. But that's going to be when you're around about in your 80s.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, 85 years of age is Uranus return. And it's interesting that a lot of people suddenly die at around about 84, 85 of strokes or heart attacks. And they can appear healthy and all of a sudden, bang, they wake up dead. And it's quite shocking for those around because Uranus return is when a lot of people do pop their clogs.
Wow. So,
Sorry, I have a sense of humor. I'm sorry if I've put it correctly. But
sorry, Althea.
it's okay. Feel free.
Oh, Sue. So am I looking at the house opposite Taurus? That's got some.
That's Scorpio's house. That's a 2nd house.
Right. And is there an impact of that?
The impact is if something is over here that is opposite Uranus, and when Uranus was at 14 degrees of Taurus, it was opposite your Saturn. It's moved off that because it's now over here.
Okay, all right. So that's okay.
And it's motoring along, and it will then hit your south node, which is 26 degrees of Gemini.
Okay, so it's a long way from that yet.
A transit of Taurus through Gemini is approximately 8 years, 9 years.
Okay.
And then you're going to have Uranus constantly hitting you and constantly hitting you until approximately 90 years of age.
Right. Lucky me.
Yeah, because that's a stellium. That is called a stellium, folks. It starts at 6 degrees of Cancer and ends at 27 degrees of Cancer. But it doesn't actually, because it goes on to 4 degrees of Leo and 7 degrees of Jupiter. All of these in Leo and all of these in Cancer. Now, what that means is that anything that hits any of those, you can't pull the energy out and isolate it because they're all just merged. A stellium is really hard because what happens there is anything that hits from its squared. So anything that goes through Libra hits it. Anything that goes through Aries hits it. Anything that goes through Capricorn hits it negatively, which means that your early years would have been quite impactful. And it means that when Neptune was going, No, Pluto has already gone through here. That would have been interesting. And Uranus would have gone through here. Stellium's a really hard energy because I've got one. And it means that you have an excess. Now, another thing about this chart, I hope you don't mind me pulling it apart, Oriana.
Yeah, please do. I have to have a session with you, but carry on.
There are no oppositions. There are absolutely no oppositions. So you've got all of this here, but nothing over here other than Chiron.
Ah,
Chiron is a wounded healer, and you don't really count that because it's a difficult thing. But there's nothing here in your chart. The only way you get oppositions is when something transits through here, which has been Pluto. So the difficult part for you is to see yourself in other people. Oppositions are projections. So when you get a chart like this, it's really, it's difficult. And with all of that Cancer, there are interesting lessons to be had there. Because one of the hardest lessons for Cancer is that someone else's emotional state is not about you and it's not your fault. Cancerians can feel an atmosphere, and if someone's angry, feel like they created it. It's a tough water sign. Pisces is tough. Scorpio is tough. We've all got different lessons bringing with us from all of these different water signs. But Cancer's really tough.
lucky me. The Cancer stellium.
Yep. And Leo with your oh, go up. With your Mars in Leo, could you be a bit stubborn? A bit,
Only if it's important.
it doesn't matter. It's only important because you deem it important.
I'm teasing. Yes, okay. All right, I can be stubborn.
But with all of this here, I'd say if you went into chefing or doing, nurturing humanity, you would have been an amazing chef or something like that if you'd had a passion for it, because that's Cancer. Or children, midwife, caring for people.
50 years in nursing.
There you go. I didn't know you were a nurse.
And now I retired a few months ago.
There you go. Anyone else got anything?
Thank you
I
for that,
thought
Sue.
Tori
No,
wanted to ask. Tori wanted to ask you. She said she's got nothing in Gemini. Does that mean that Uranus doesn't affect her?
oh
Tori,
God,
that's you.
no. But there's nothing here. No, it still affects you. It affects you by house, and it affects you if it hits something else. Like if Oriana had something in Virgo, if she has got her North Node and her South Node, but she hasn't got anything here. So what I'd be looking at is, okay, it's going through the 8th and the 9th, but what is in air? So we've got Libra, Neptune, and we have a Libra ascendant. So that is called a trine because it's the same quality. So it's air. That
Rose,
creates a
are you
big,
going out? Where are you going, darling?
you're
Just
on
don't
speaker.
mute if you're not talking, everyone.
So we've got the yellow signs, that's air. The blue, that's water. So they're in triplicate. That's called a trine.
Tori,
So
do you want to unmute and then you can ask Sue direct questions? Because I don't know what you want to ask exactly. You just unmute, if that's okay.
Have I done it?
yep,
That's it.
we can hear you, Tori. So if there's nothing in Oriana's chart in Gemini, so we then look to the square signs, which are the other mutables. There's nothing in Virgo, so there's no square there. There's nothing in Pisces, so there's no square there. And the only thing opposite is the North Node, which by presence and north node means the south node is over here. So on her chart, it's Uranus affecting the house, but not affecting her other planets because it's not hitting anything, except her ascendant by trine, which is positive, and that's good. And eventually Neptune by trine, and that's nice. Trine is the same element, earth, fire, water, air. And Neptune is 25 of Libra. So therefore, the only thing that Oriana is going to get from Uranus is changes in these areas of her life. The 8th house issues, followed by the 9th house issues. 9th house is publishing, as we discussed, foreign travel. That's where you do your spiritual work, your inner work, or the shadow work is here. So Oriana might decide to go walk about around the world with Uranus, suddenly just pack everything up and go, sod this, I'm off. So if you don't have anything that is being hit and you've just got an empty house like Oriana has, it's about the area of your life that's getting hit, because it's not making any aspects to anything else in her chart. Lucky you, Oriana.
Well,
And Tori, do you,
so I decided after I retired, I decided to go into online publishing. So I'm busy retraining.
There you go. There you go. 9th house stuff, online publishing. Does that answer your questions, Tori?
Tori, do you want to share what's in your
Unmute.
chart?
We're running out of time. It's now 8 o'clock. I
Yeah,
can't hear you because you're muted.
so if you haven't had your question answered by Sue in this call, then next thing is to come into the WhatsApp group and share your chart there, or share your chart privately, so Sue can help you understand how to read it, how to read your own
Okay.
chart.
Well, I might send Sue my details, because I'm a bit at sea, to be honest. This is all new to me, so
Don't worry, we're all beginners here. I think I can speak for
There's a
most of us.
beginner once. Yeah, it's a huge, huge subject, Tori. It's absolutely mammoth. And there are so many, many different aspects to astrology. And there are some that I have no idea about. I'm not horary, I'm not electional, financial, know a little bit about health, but my primary is psychological and how I can help people live and thrive through heavy transits, like when Uranus goes over things or Pluto goes over things, when the big boys hit your personal charts, your personal planets, that can be tough. And the thing is, you've got a time frame of these things because the orbit of the planets is a constant, it's measurable. So you can say, right, for the next 5 years, I'm going to have this planet hit this. Okay, so how can I survive it? No, how can I thrive it? How can I work with this energy instead of me collapsing under the weight of it? Does that help, Tori?
yeah, that's interesting. Thank you.
Drop me a message. I'm open.
Yeah.
I love this subject, and I do this and give this free, and because I have a passion for it and I like sharing it. And if
Thank
it helps people to understand themselves, their lives, and how they can get through tough times with a bit of grace, then
Amazing, Sue. Thank you so much. And we've come to the top of the hour, Sue says. So the next step, I'm going to send the recording to your email, everyone, so you can listen back through it. But if you haven't already, come into the WhatsApp group, and between the calls, Sue guides us in the WhatsApp group, so you can share your chart in the WhatsApp or send it privately, like Tori's going to do. And so it won't be a private reading unless you book that with Sue, but so that you don't share it and expose yourself. You can send it privately, so she'll read it in the group with you, or book a private session with her. I've had my kids through her. I've had my own chart through her. It's just so helpful. It's just extraordinary. And Sue's made a special discount as well for the duration of this course. So it's normally £90, and she's made it £70. I mean, Sue's just amazing. She's so detailed, and it's just so enlightening. I do recommend that if you feel called. But otherwise, come into the free WhatsApp group and be guided there as well. or instead. So we have come to the top of the hour. So thank you so much for guiding us. I know it's complex.
Welcome, guys.
I'm sure it's bent a few brains there, bent a few of my brain cells there, but don't worry, it's a massive subject, just piece by piece. And as Sue says, just know your own chart first. Just know what the houses are, know what your star sign means, or the different constellation, what do you call it, star signs mean. But just if you're anything like me, just dip in as it feels right. You don't have to learn it all. It's so complex and so many levels, as Sue's probably demonstrated here tonight. There's so many levels, and so just dive into it and give it a go. So thank you.
The one thing I would say as a parting gift to you guys, to know your chart, know the 12 signs, the 12 houses, and the planets. Start with the basics. That's why I write everything in keywords, because that's the way my mind works, bite-sized pieces. You don't need to know the glyphs, you don't need to know everything, but if you get a sense, sit with it. How does it feel? What color would Uranus be if Uranus had a color? How would Uranus dress? A dandy, a hippie walking down the street? How would Venus dress? What would Mars look like? Whatever works for you. Visual, what would it smell like? What would it take? Whatever. And you learn it bit by bit by bit by bit. And you can then put the jigsaw puzzles together. But go back to the basics. Get them under your belt. Go well, guys, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much, Sue, and thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you on the next call next month, or I'll see you in the WhatsApp group. Thank you, Sue. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Doodles. Take care.
Everybody.
Thank you. Thanks, Arthur.
Thank you.